Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. It's the 20th day. We still have like 80 days to go, but thank you so much for working with me. Today, I didn't just come to the live session alone. Okay, we're trying to go live on Instagram. It's loading. Just give me a moment while we do that. 9 a.m. Right, so we're live on Instagram too. Thank you all. Thank you so much for your support. Today I have a witness with me. His name is Alexi Thornton. He's been in the hospitality industry for about 25 years. He's the founder of Epalithia, and he's also a professional at like mapping customer journeys. Alex, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I'm Alexi. I've worked in the industry for over 25 years, mainly airline travel agencies side of the industry. And I help my customers journey map their customer and employee journeys to help them identify their touch points, points of friction, and how to improve the overall experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Nice to meet you. Thank you everyone for tuning in this morning. So we'll just go right into it. So by because of the research that we did yesterday, I mean, if you've been following us, you'd realize that right now we have launched a mini campaign, and the goal of that mini campaign is just to get like digital nomads to become host of some of our speed networking sessions that we will be launching soon. And we're trying several platforms for that. So we're trying Facebook, we're trying LinkedIn, we're trying Slack, and then we're trying what's our last platform? Instagram. Yeah. And so we went on LinkedIn yesterday to see what was possible. We sent out 15 connection requests specifically to like digital nomads. And we got one person to say that they were interested. So we have one speaker on LinkedIn. Today we're pretty much just going to be going over that again. That same process of finding someone using LinkedIn and see if we can get one person. The goal is to get at least one speaker every day, and we're also going to be trying out Instagram this morning too. So I did go on Slack yesterday, and I tried to find some communities really, and I realized that Slack really normal communities might not be the best for us right now. Yesterday we mentioned something about communities and people having paywalls in their community because of how important community building has become, and so I do not think that Slack is a viable option for us right now, and especially because I mean for a couple of them they're asking for payments. And the 100 journeys in 100 days is a bootstrap venture. Even Zago itself is it is, and so we're trying to like be very cost efficient. So we're not going the Slack way. We're just going to keep doing LinkedIn, doing IG, and then doing Facebook groups, and then we see what we get out of that. Yeah, so this one we're going to be going to IG and LinkedIn. But before we go to that, I was mentioning something I think it was about 2 days ago about our product coming up, and just getting people officially into like our own system. And I was thinking to myself, because it's been like a hard work getting the tech stack together, and I was thinking to myself that now that we've launched a mini campaign, we've kind of seen that it works because we now have like 3 speakers for when that goes live. What happens between now and when the product comes live? Because I was speaking to the person who would be working on the product yesterday, and the product may like take 4 to 6 weeks because of the nature of the challenge and what is like what is required of me. We really don't have like breathing spaces in between. And I was thinking to myself, maybe, just maybe, that 4 to 6 weeks might be a great time to just go hard on social media and see if we can start getting like some really cool inquiries from there. But we don't know yet. So we'll see what happens tomorrow after I just hold space for that thoughts, and we see if anything comes out of it at all. So I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. I'm just going to go to LinkedIn, same way I did it yesterday. We're going to be using the keywords digital nomads. The idea is the reason why we're doing digital nomads is because they always have like an organization. They have like a group where they do events, and some of them are always trying to make digital nomads, out of other travelers who are traveling to the world to work, or just remote workers. So it just makes sense that we start from there so that we can tap into their network. Right now, because we're not running ads, this challenge is not hard based or anything. We're just doing pitches and partnerships, and we have to hit it at like 100 journeys. It's important to rather go through networks that have our ideal audience, that have the credibility, that have the trust, so that we can like ride on that. On whatever they built. LinkedIn tab, and we'll see. Digital. Now, yesterday we tried like different cities so that we could get people. I'm going to try those same cities right now and see if it works, or it just gives me the same selection. Then we can move to other countries and we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so you should like new folks. Makes sense. If I were to be using a LinkedIn Premium, it would have been very easy to like see tons of people. But like I said yesterday, I did try it at the time. It didn't work out, and I thought that wasn't necessary again. So what we'll be doing instead is we'll be moving from country to country, or from major cities to major cities. That way we can hit our goal of sending like 15 DMs or 15 connections every day. Because I already sent to this person. Let's see on the like their friends of friends. Yep. And oh, it's asking me for that. No problem. I'll just go in the I go on LinkedIn and I type their name and then I find them. Alright, so scroll forward. I think I have a few names here that I'm supposed to reach out to. I'm just going to get down a few names and we take it from there. Okay. And this could be a cool person to connect with too. Let's see. And so let's find people like them if they have folks who are like digital nomads too. No, they don't. Okay, but Robin has a couple of folks who are digital nomads. Another thing I'm also realizing with going to like digital nomads community, aside from like sparking conversations on Facebook, aside from like sparking conversations with them, when I go to their profile, of course, Facebook now restricts you from like the total number of folks you can send requests to every day. But I'm realizing that, and it was one of the things that we spoke about yesterday, the quality of a community. Because when it comes to like a digital nomad, they can literally be like traveling. They could even be working and traveling. Yes, they could be a nomad, but nothing on their profile shows that they are like that person. And so I had found myself, just sending requests to folks who, when I go on their profile, they have like extremely random stuff. And we have to be able to walk through that to say, okay, this person now then belongs in our community, or this person should be somebody who is hosting one of our speed networking sessions. And I think that now that we're even talking about it, we could just make that distinction to say if they post like frequently, they are active and most likely always promoting their adventures, like whenever they travel the world. So we could say, okay, that kind of person could come to speak. But if they, post random things and they belong in that kind of group, yes, they're traveling, but they'll be just good for like the community and not necessarily a host. Okay, so I'm trying to get some names from here and we'll see. Lucas. Lucas. I don't know how to pronounce it. Lizzie. Okay. No, Mitchell. Wrong one. Right. All right, so let's find these folks and then send them a request. Another thing is when we're finding speakers, it's very important that we go after folks who have like a community of their own or who has G C A S. Let me see. Okay, I didn't get it. It's still loading and this is on. Yeah, that's the person we're looking for. So we need to see, does Lucas have a community of his? Lucas has 52 connections. I wonder if he's active on other platforms aside from LinkedIn. Okay, so why Lucas is a digital nomad? It may be a great addition to the team, but to like the community, but not necessarily to come speak at one of our events. Doesn't seem like Lucas has his own community or something that is specifically doing for digital nomads. What does on us do? All right, so let's look for Franck. Franck. Okay, yeah, this is his profile. This has like 160 connections. Mm. She does product development. I wonder. She's not building. I mean, uh, Dizzy actually has great work experience and a lot of work experience like in the travel and tourism space. But she doesn't have her own community or she doesn't have something she's actively doing for digital nomads. Because at the end of the day, it's not just for them to come speak at our speed networking sessions. We have like a 6 month contract with them. So after speaking, there are a couple of things that like happen down the line. And I don't think she might be a great fit for us right now. Is that it? Naomi Chow. Okay. Hmm. All right. So I take it that Neil is, if he has 30 years of experience, and is most likely not a young person, and it might not fit what we're really looking for right now. But I'm going to go ahead to copy this his YouTube channel, and then we see. Neil actually fits the bracket of what we're looking for, but on the age side of things, it doesn't. Oh, this is cool. His channel has like 46,000 followers, thereabout, subscribers. Yeah. So Neil is the retirement travel kind of guy. All right, so that doesn't work for what we're looking for. LEATHWGT. Okay, so there's no activity on his profile. Yeah, this is Monica. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is like our guy. She's a digital nomad. She's very active and has 5,000 folks. Yeah. Oh, we're friends already. Okay, so I think I should just send that a message then. Okay, no, I'm going to connect with her first because in my messages set account. Cool, I was able to. Let's see what she's building. Discounted global nomad. Um, I could send her an email. She has like she could come instead of like coming as a digital nomad. She could come under our travel community leaders program. One of the things I have seen people, I mean, a couple of travel agents asking more of was, I had a chat with someone yesterday and they were like, can I have the travel community leader program and the Zago resellers program? While I don't know how that will fit into the current product that we're building, but I guess it's possible if they're both a travel agent and then they're also like a travel community leader because they have their community of travel folks that believe in them, that they guide and they inspire, and then they like have their travel agency. I think it's quite like the same with Monica. She has like a travel community, and then she's also like a digital nomad because not every digital nomad is a travel community leader. I'm just going to get her email address. Buwa Lani Monica 0 at gmail.com. All right, so I'm going to send her an email about becoming a travel community leader with us, and then we see where that leads. Then on LinkedIn, I'm just going to talk about hosting one of our sessions. Absolutely, when they host one of our sessions and then they become a travel community leader, they get into our network. But what they can expect is quite different from when you're a travel community leader and when you're like a digital nomad. They're like two different things. And that's why it's important that I kind of like finalize how we want people to come on board. If we want one person to do both, or we just want one person to just stay on one of those plans. But I have to work that out. Uh, Neville, so last person. Neville. Okay, I think he has his own platform for nomads too. It's cool. Health insurance for digital nomads. I think this makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to send him a message. Hmm. This is cool. We create series we can work together sites from him just like hosting one of our sessions. But I'm going to go ahead to send him a request now. So creation of finders and consult on how can do it first. Cool. Hmm. Alrighty, so let's do some work on Facebook and then we move to Instagram. It's our first time on Instagram for the digital nomad campaign. I wonder what that will look like. Let's just I'm not a fan of Instagram. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, so I'm supposed to send a mail to somebody. So we've reached out to like lots of groups on Facebook with the questions that make them like respond in the comments. That's like it's a happy hand raising post. I kind of like got a couple of responses, like cool responses. But where most of that came from was nomadness and digital nomad girls. And I think that going forward, I'm just going to focus on those. I didn't get much from like nomad base. So we're going to go to digital nomad girls or nomadness, and we are going to try to send friend requests to a couple of folks. So let's have a nomadness and see. Okay, so yeah, we're here. We just go to members. Let's see. Sometimes I just like to go through the stuff like this, like their post, see who is posting what, see what I find interesting really. Okay, so like somebody posted something yesterday they had said that they wanted to like share a testimony, like so they had like miles credit and then they had given the miles credit out to somebody and then they wanted to travel too and then like got somebody's miles credit that could suffice for like their trip. So that kind of gives me the idea that okay, that kind of person like travels often. And not only do they just like travel often, when they travel, they talk about it. So that kind of person is potentially someone that can host one of our events. Mm, I hear you, Janelle, but I don't think there's really anything about this person. I'm looking for folks is that they often share their personal experience, but they don't just share like snapshots. They share text, long text, narrating stuff, and all of that. So yeah. Hmm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I saw these news yesterday. Okay, travel news. Okay, there's nothing to see here. Second talk on news. Cool. I'm trying to evaluate her. She's not sharing her experience per se. She's just making a request. What's happening in Machu Picchu? Okay. All right. So basically, this is what I'll be doing like the rest of the time after this session. Just trying to find folks who are travel lovers, but they're not just travel lovers because they travel, but because they talk about it. That kind of person will be good for good to like host one of our sessions because the sessions is just like getting travelers together and they're just in there networking. If they're not very good with speaking or they don't like know how to easily get chummy with people, it's going to be hard for them to lead a session. Okay, let's just try to see what we can do today on what was this? Let's see if I can filter their community by post. If I say travel, there'll be lots of posts on the travel. Okay, let's just say travel story. Okay, all stories. All right. Oh, 2019, that's such a long time. That's such a long time. Mm. Okay, so I mean, here we are. We're just trying to find folks who talk a lot, who are like natural storytellers. They go to places and they literally just want to like talk about it. I've tried to use the keywords travel story. Mm, okay, let me send a friend request to Shana. Hopefully, Shana is somewhere around 40. Mm, that's the problem with Facebook. So I'm just going to go to their profile and then I'm going to go ahead and like some of their posts, comment on some of their posts, and in the next couple of days, I'm going to try to like send them a friend request again, so that way the algorithm knows that okay, I've engaged with the post earlier, and it doesn't stop me with the "you're not familiar with this person" tag. Oh, she's not feeling well. 50s. Yep. So it might be hard to actually reach out to her. Yeah, because she's 51. And not typically let our audience. Yeah, I mean, we do have a couple of folks when I get on meetings. Some people are like, oh, I'm 50, but I love to see the outdoors. I'm in my late 40s, but I love to see the outdoors. And I think we're gradually opening up to folks in their 40s, but 50s, maybe not. Okay, where was it? Yeah, this is like a cool story. Yeah, I could reach out to Natalie. And really care about profile pictures, just what's happening on the profile already. Okay. And she's quite active on TikTok and then she's quite active on Instagram too. So we'll see. But this that yeah, that's what I was saying about their Facebook profile. Half the time they're just posting random stuff. But then I guess that's how it is with travelers. They pretty much don't care what you think. They're just traveling the world. And so when you come to them, they expect you to be very, very casual. And some of them would rather talk about travel than talk about the work that they do. So it's important that we also connect with them on those levels. Let's see if I can send her a request and then we can take it from there. Okay, so follow her first. Request. Facebook has been a mess this past couple of days, but at least I'm following her, so I could potentially just go back to try to send her a friend request a couple of days down the line. Or let's see if she has a picture I can comment on. Alright, not really. Okay, no, this one. Okay. Mm. But this was 2019. I wonder if this same person is still as active as they are now. So I'm just going to click and then I'm going to try to like view their profile, see if there's anything happening. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to connect with this person. They have like 154,000 followers on Instagram. Mm. So I'm going to follow them and send them a DM too. So some people you have to request to send them a message before you're really able to like send them a DM. Okay, so they have if we wanted to do okay partners. All right, so this is their website. I'm just trying to see what they are up to. Yeah, just waiting for the website to show up here so that I can construct a message that aligns with what they're doing. I have a few message templates that I could actually just speak and share with them too. But, alrighty, so I'm putting my hands in this. And okay, so we're trying to open up their website, but I don't think it's like a proper domain. I just think it's built on something else. It's taking such a long time to open up. Okay, this is taking way too long. Guess I'll just have to go back to their website. Okay, so hey guys. I have to let go of all of my corporate lingos for Instagram and the likes. And then I'm also going to go back to comment on some of our posts. Usually, when I consider reaching out to influencers and all of that, right now we're not on the influencer side of things. I always think to myself that it would just be great and very easier to get folks with like 2,000 or less than 2,000 followers on board than folks with like 150 and the likes. But we'll see how it pans out. Looking at the nomadness. Is that it? Facebook group when I found your profile. That was an interesting story. Was interesting story. So let's do an emoji. All the typers. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I'm just going to continue with this finding digital nomad speakers, folks to be at our event, and we see where we go from there. And talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, Alexi, for joining me today. I see that you're here. Thank you.
You're
I'll be in
welcome.
touch. Yeah.
No problem.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.